Turkey. We're heating up our oven. Super duper hot, 475 degrees. Before you press start, you're going to take out this center rack here, and you're going to put it all the way down to the very, very bottom here, where there's not really supposed to be a rack. This is a holding position right here, and your other rack down as low as it'll go. Our oven's preheating, ready to go. We've got this casserole dish here that has a lid that goes on it. You don't want to use glass for this. I've done that before and exploded it in my oven. Make sure it's a metal pan or ceramic pan that you do this in. Lightly oil a pan. Wash your turkey. Make sure you didn't leave the neck and the packet of gravy and the gizzards in here, and sometimes they're in here in the neck. Make sure you close up that skin down there so that it doesn't dry out, and put this little hook the legs back on to hold it all closed. And then you're going to have some room temperature butter, and this, you're not going to be able to reuse this for anything else. So once you dip it, we're going to double dip it. Right, so half a stick of sacrificial butter, and we're going to butter this babe. Yup. While that oven is heating up, make sure we get it all good and covered. Everywhere where you want a nice crispy golden crust, that's what we're going to put this butter on here. Giving it some good suntan lotion. That's what we're doing here. Once you get that buttered on that side there, we're going to flip it over here. Just give it a nice roll. Grab a paper towel or some napkins. Dry off the back side. Oh, the butter won't stick if it isn't dry. That's why. Get your sunscreen. Get that back side of that bird. We don't want his back to be all ruined. Look at that beautiful skin. Oh my, oh my. That's a gorgeous baby. We're going to season this with Italian seasoning. Lots of Italian seasoning. Oh my, this is going to be so beautiful. Yeah, and some garlic powder. And lots of salt. Now you're just going to fill in all the gaps that the seasoning didn't stick to with salt. And that butter will make everything stick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this cube of butter in the turkey while it's upside down so that this butter will melt into that breast meat. Yes. And then you're going to shove that butter right there in that neck hole. Okay, it's going to drip down into that cavity. Yum. Then close that back up nice and tight. Here we go, nice and tight. Now wash your hands. Our oven's at 451, which is fine. We're going up to 475. We're going to go ahead and set that timer for 30 minutes. Okay. Now what you're going to do is reach in and pull that center or that rack out. Pull that rack out just a little bit, about halfway, because this is so heavy. It's hard to push it back. Set that in there, right in the center of that rack. And then carefully push it back. Okay, we'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, after that 30 minutes, you're going to pull that turkey out of the oven and you're going to let it sit and rest for 15 minutes. Perfect. Okay, and then after you've let that sit and rest for 15 minutes, We're going to grab some tongs just like this, and you're going to stick it just onto your left or right side of your turkey. And then you're going to carefully wiggle it free. Do not touch the pan. Now, we're just going to give it a roll. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Don't touch the pan. There you go. I'll pull these back out. Oh, it's going to be so good. Now we're going to give this side here a nice, beautiful coating of Italian seasoning. Ooh, yum. Yum. And a nice, beautiful coating of salt. As turkey, baby. That's a beautiful turkey. Man, it smells good in here. It's a stormy day. It's so perfect for having a turkey. This neck is going to plug this hole just perfectly. And you can put the gizzards right here with it too. Just put those toward the inside so they don't burn here. And you're just going to slowly push it in until it gets that hole nice and plugged. Just like that. Oh, perfect. And slip the leg right back up over the top. Okay, now wash your hand. And now slip this back into the oven for another 30 minutes so we can get this other side of the bird nice and suntanned with that wonderful suntan lotion we got on there. Okay, we'll be back in 30 minutes. Look at how beautiful that sunburn is. That's a beautiful sunburn on a chicken. Oh, I mean turkey. Okay, you're going to carefully slide your rack out just to the halfway point here. You're going to place a lid on this. Ooh, and be very careful not to touch it. Okay, now we're going to slide it back in. Okay, now set your temperature to 325 degrees. And we're going to set the kitchen timer. Should be about 1 hour. 1 hour. Ooh. All right, let's check that turkey. It's been 1 hour covered. Let's see if the little timer thing popped up. Okay. Yep. Oh, do not let that drip on your glass oven door. That will really suck. She's ready. Look at that beauty. Leave this in the oven to cool. We're going to turn it off and we're going to pop the door open. And we're just going to let that set and rest for like 15 minutes before we can carve it. Don't forget to pop that door open. You'll let that heat out or it'll sit in there and cook and burn itself up. This turkey will make 3 dinners for my family. There's 5 of us, but 2 kids, which only count as 1 adult. So it's going to feed 4 people, 4 adults, 3 times. All right, so first you're going to figure out this little tongue twister game here. Get it in there to where you can get both in there because you need 3 points of leverage here. Up under the breastbone. Drip that off. You don't want your cutting board to be all slippery, so drip it as long as you can hold it. And get it over to that cutting board. In my 1978 cookbook that I've had for oh my God, I've had this cookbook for 30 years. This was my very first cookbook that a friend of mine gave me. It tells you how to carve a turkey. And today I'm going to show you how to follow these directions from 1978 on how to carve a turkey. Are we ready? Yeah. First, you're going to remove this plastic here. Let's see, it's got little hooks that hold it in place. That's how you can use this to scoop up your turkey. And we're not going to be using this neck. We're not going to eat the neck tonight. Then we're going to wash our hands and throw this away first before we start. You're going to get yourself a slightly damp hand towel. You will need it so you don't have to keep running back and forth to the sink because that is frustrating. First, you're going to need a large fork, and a long carving knife. This is a very, very sharp, long blade. All right, now you're going to pick up your leg. Oh, at first you're supposed to start with the leg that faces the guest. So this is going to be the back of our table. We're going to pick it up and we're going to carefully, oh, it's so tender. You don't want to try ripping it. And you're going to start slicing that leg just like that until you feel the bone. All the way around. You're going to cut the skin so it doesn't rip the skin. Okay, and now you're going to go upwards and you're going to hold it vertically, just like this.
It's almost like it's alive.
Well, it used to be alive, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's dancing.
And, oh my gosh, it's so tender. The bone fell right off the thigh. This is where the thigh is. Right here. Okay, and then we're going to place this right over here on the outside edges. This is going to be like our bookends to hold our beautiful meat. And now you're going to repeat. No. This is a one-man job, and it's a very sharp knife. Okay, now we can tuck these wings and get them out of our way. Be careful, I got to keep twisting my knife into a different direction here. Now you get that skin cut, and then you pull it out, and then you're going to place this leg right over here on this bookend. We need a little holder for our bookend, you know.
Come on.
And then we're going to wiggle this and twist. We're going to try to get all that meat off as we pull that bone out. There you go. One bone removed. Okay, now we are going to back tuck the wing. Well, may as well just pull that because look at that tender. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Let's use these wings right here. Or you could tuck the wing under, but my turkey is so tender, it won't fold under. It just wants to rip off. There we go. Now we're all with this beautiful border here. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
Does it look like this turkey has two left hands to you?
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, now, first we're going to slice right here. Take this thigh off of here. And you just want to slowly saw down till you feel that bone. Right there is a bone. Okay, now go in from underneath. And then just keep sawing until you feel that bone. There it is. And then here's this bone right here. Okay, we're going to pull this out nice and careful so it's not in our way. Once you get it, you twist. Get it out of your way. Here you go. Okay, now figure out where this bone is here. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. And we let this cool for quite a while. Okay, now you're going to take that thigh off of there. And usually a thigh is only about 2 little servings here. So we're just going to cut this into halves. Okay, that's one thigh completed. Put that right over here. Okay, now with the breast, let's get to cutting this breast. You're going to find that bone right there. And then we're going to just make a horizontal cut. Now I'm following the directions here. Horizontal cut all the way through there until you feel that bone in the back. You don't want to cut that bone in the back. Okay, now you're going to use your, let's wipe your hands. Hold on.
Is the turkey's ready?
Yes, it is ready. Yes, you're going to have some turkey. I'm going to cut it so we can have some. Okay, now you're going to use a fork to hold this steady and make sure you dry your hands first because you don't want to be slipping and sliding on a sharp knife. Now we're just going to start slicing until we get down to that slice that we first made. As thin as you can, and then just rock it like a violin. Playing the little violin. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah. And these two slices here are done. So we're going to try to keep them sliced or slices together here. Oh, yum. And repeat until you get to that breastbone here. Yeah. You want to try to be gentle with that skin, but man, that is a super moist turkey. Oh, stop it. I learned how to cook my turkey from Alton Brown when I was like 21 years old. Alton Brown had a cooking show, like Test Kitchen or something like that. And this is how I learned how to cook my turkey. And it was so great. I've never tried to do it another way again. And just keep slicing until you feel that bone there. And as I get closer and closer to that breastbone, I make it a little bit wider so these pieces actually have some meat to them. There we go. Now we're all the way up on that bone. Now we're just going to carefully use the knife to feel for that bone. And you're going to carefully pull and pull, just little bits at a time, until you figure out what's holding on to your meat and find that horizontal line that you started with. And man, is it still boiling hot. There we go. There's half our turkey done. Very little meat left here. Oh, there's the wishbone. Oh, there it is. Put all these little pieces back onto the tray, because everything that's left over in the end of tomorrow, after the next time we have turkey, the day after tomorrow, is going into a turkey pot pie. All right, now you're down to this far. My hand is very greasy. Use your sacrificial towel here. Okay, now we're going to spin this around. We're going to do the guest side, which is what it says in the book. You're supposed to do this in front of your guests, but man, it is awfully messy. I wouldn't suggest it. Also, yielding a knife back and forth, it's a little bit more space requirement than what would be safe to do at a table, I think.
Yeah,
it's
so messy.
Messy? I was talking about the knife being dangerous, girl.
No, I mean it's messy because
okay.
Of the knife.
There's that thigh.
Juice.
And look at that beautiful thigh meat. As we did it like that. So then now all the bottom of this dark meat has beautiful skin. There's some two nice portions of dark meat here. We'll set those right over here to the side. Okay, and now we're going to get in here. Ooh. Oh, we almost forgot.
I see a good bone.
There's a bone down here. We got to get rid of this bone. Okay, you're going to pull it until it won't pull anymore. Then twist it. And don't splatter your guests. They're sitting at the table beside us. Sacrificial towel again. You never handle sharp utensils with slippery hands. Right here where that bone was, you see that crease right there? That's where it tells you. You make this horizontal mark in here. Oh, not rubbing against your holding fork. You can get all the way in there until you violin, you'll feel it stop with that bone. You got to go left and right. So you left and then right. Make sure you got all the way in there. Okay, now hold this. We have this fork planted right near that breastbone right there. As best we can. Now, carefully start carving it down here. This second side is quite easier because the turkey just automatically wants to lay it down right where it's supposed to. Gosh. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Twist your blade like this and then just let that bone guide you back down and under. Now just keep following that bone down till you feel everything release from the carcass. Now it's a carcass because there's no meat left. Okay, let's see if we can pull it here. There you go. And stick that on that plate just like that. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look beautiful? All right, guys. See you next time.
You've been my star, and I'd be your sky.